Ladies, gentlemen, and people of all ages, welcome back to Stronggate. The stars are bright tonight as the semifinals are underway. Okada Danielson to start off tonight's festivities, followed by Hikaru Shida and Deonna Purrazzo in a semifinal match of their own for the Queen's Crown Championship, followed by singles contest Matthews, Zack Sabre Jr., semifinals for the Iron Fist, followed by another semifinal, Garcia, Dragunov. The winners of those matches will go one-on-one in the finals. And of course, our co-main event, Ospreay, Omega, for the semifinals of the King's Crown Championship. And our main event of the night, Giulia facing Asuka in what is surely to be a classic. We will start off tonight with the match that I think a lot of people have been waiting for. Okada facing off against Bryan Danielson in one-on-one combat, folks. Here we go. And here he comes, Bryan Danielson, a man who has had quite a fight to the top here at Stronggate, defeating the ring general Gunther in a hellacious battle in the very first episode of Stronggate to qualify for this match here tonight. He has a lot riding on his shoulders, going one-on-one against the Rainmaker, who also went through another huge match against Kaito Kiyomiya in the rematch here at Stronggate, advancing to the finals here, the semifinals I should say, my apologies. And a lot of story coming into this one, as both men in those previous matches have had a lot of punishment dealt to their bodies. Of course, Okada with the ribs, and honestly, Danielson with his neck. Gunther was targeting the neck a lot in that match, and we might be seeing that same attack by the Rainmaker here. And as you can see, these two are already trying to kind of one-up each other in the grappling department, but these two perfectly even right now. Of course, when it comes down to it, these men have a lot in common. Very stiff strikes, very submission-based movesets, and of course, a finisher that can end anyone, truly. The Busaiku knee for Danielson and the Rainmaker for Kazuchika Okada here. Working the neck already. Both men exchanging headlocks, trying to vie for position. But it looks like that snapmare just tossed Kazuchika back out of the ring, and they come back in and are already at blows once again. Single leg Boston Crab here by Bryan Danielson is easily escaped. Still showing a little bit of fight in the beginning of this matchup. No one really getting an advantage over the other. Both men still trying to find an opening. Back into the headlock by Kazuchika, now into a collar lock. But Danielson escapes with ease. That ground mat work that we've seen Danielson do so many times in the past coming into play here. That surfboard stretch, and now picking him up and locking him in that dragon sleeper, and him folding like that. That is not a comfortable way to lay. But it looks like he's out of it, and now these two in the center of the ring now beginning to throw the forearms and chops, and a huge one by Bryan Danielson as he lands flat on the chest. But Okada back up to his feet quickly. Again, these two not really finding an opening on the other. A few strikes go from one to the other, but nothing really giving them any leeway so far. Irish whip again. Big boot there by Kazuchika Okada.
5 minutes gone.
And a beautiful drop kick as well. Just showing the athleticism that Okada has for such a built guy. He has some great jumping power there. And again, well, we're about to see a little bit more of that jumping ability here as he goes up top for an elbow from the top rope here. Now, a lot of people may see Danielson as the favorite here, but I honestly believe Okada has what it takes to bring this company up to the prestige that it should be by becoming the first ever King's Crown champion. He has a lot of accolades already, and he has been in many tournaments like this in the past. He has that experience over Bryan Danielson, and I think that's going to take him straight to the top, but not without a fight. And that is what we're going to be expecting here from the Dragon. Quick pick up there from the slam, and now Okada going off the ropes, and a big drop kick to the face there, laying flat on the chin. Off the ropes again, and now the shoulder block. Okada now reeling with this offense. He's doing what he has to do. But Danielson again, stopping any kind of momentum that Okada just had. And that's that great athleticism and ring awareness coming from Bryan Danielson there. Now going over to the floor from a suicide dive. And a lot of people may discredit Bryan Danielson for coming back, putting his life on the line again. Just begin his wrestling career once more, but I think he just loves wrestling just as much as he loves his own family. And he is putting everything on the line in this match. Huge kick coming from Danielson now. And a kick right to the jaw. Those signature kicks on Okada right there on the chase down, but he's caught in that cravat hold with those knees to the midsection. The neck, the chest, and arms, that is exactly what Danielson wants to break down. He knows Okada's fierce with the Rainmakers, but also, my God, a sit-down Michinoku driver almost there. And now into the money clip. That's the move that took out Kaido in the first round. Looking to try and submit the American Dragon, which may be a hard task, seeing as he is one of the best submission wrestlers in the biz right now. A win like that would definitely add a lot of momentum into their next match. And of course, the winner of this one will go on to face the winner of Ospreay and Omega, which happens later tonight. And that'll be on the next episode, so please do not miss that one. And now, and look at this. Great scouting there by Okada as he's going for the Rainmaker, but he gets out of the way and now into the label lock. Locked in tight, but the referee right there on the rope break. Whiffs the enziguri, but he does throw him outside the ring, and they're back outside again. And he hits him with a German, followed by a second one, looking to go for the Rainmaker outside. He dodges, and he hits an emphatic slam outside, and he is still continuing the offense with these vicious slams onto his back and neck. And you know that floor is stiff, so a lot of that pain just shoots right into the joints and body like a syringe. Absolutely stunning him here. Hits the enziguri, however, on the jaw from the strike exchange. And you can see there was a little bit of a hesitation from Bryan Danielson, but he's still cinching in that Dragon Sleeper, trying to tap out the Rainmaker, but he escapes. And now again, caught in that neck-breaking knee, and now locked in the money clip again, desperately trying to tap him out here, trying to get that submission victory. And a big lariat, not the Rainmaker, however, so it's not going to put him away, I'm sure, but still a stiff lariat nonetheless. He answers back with the elbow, and now into the single leg Boston Crab. No dice. And now Danielson works the strikes yet again. Trying his luck here. He's going up to the top rope. Hits a huge flying headbutt, the flying goat from Bryan Danielson. He's going to hook the leg again. It's only going to be a 2 count though. And you can see Danielson is throwing out all the stops here, trying to use every move he has in his arsenal, and Okada just not letting him do anything. That spinning, jumping tombstone into the Rainmaker. Oh, but he escapes it with the rope break. Not going to end the match just yet. And Okada is immediately on the offensive with that neck breaker again. But oh my goodness, Danielson with the kick out. Spinning forearm, and now we can maybe see some offense, and again Okada now. I think he's finally hit that stride, and it looks like the referee's gonna have to come in. Quite the back and forth match between these two so far. Again, it looked like Okada was finally finding that rhythm, but Danielson's resilience and fighting spirit beginning to shine in this matchup in the late stages, as he just seems to be kicking out of everything. But you can see that the exhaustion is beginning to wear on the American Dragon. He doesn't seem to have as much energy as he did at the beginning of this match, but he's still putting everything on the line. Big pile driver, the cradle, and it's not enough, only a 2 count. And now the fierce kicks, and look at the ferociousness of those kicks. He's putting everything out here, and a huge Hurricane Rana from the top rope as he begins to stomp his fucking head in with these stomps to the face. And Okada's right back up like nothing happened. And look at this, you can tell right there the dizziness, the exhaustion, the lightheadedness from all of these strikes to the neck and back. But he's still fighting in this match, and that is what we love to see. Another kick out though, and he gets hit with another rude bomb. Goes up to the top, maybe thinking something big. Missile drop kick to the jaw as he locks in that money clip to cinch this matchup, but no, another escape. And now the two begin to start swinging yet again. Bryan Danielson, look at him stunned from that last strike, but he hits an explosive enziguri, stunning the Rainmaker for just a few moments. And again, Okada, I have to say that might be what, the 4th or 5th tombstone he's hit on Bryan Danielson in this matchup. Is incredible so far. Not again, another one, and oh, he's holding the neck as well. All the punishment on the neck seemed to finally be taking its toll on Bryan Danielson here, but he's back up, hitting the kicks, throwing everything, and the kitchen sink at Okada. Going into the corner, Busaiku knee. This could do it. Is this gonna put away the Rainmaker? What was that? The referee with a slow count at the 3. That should have been a 3, and the ref just delayed the count. You have got to be kidding me. This is the second time in an Okada match where some shenanigans falls apart, and next thing you know, could Okada be stealing this win from out from under? Bryan Danielson hits that sit down again. He's going to pick him up, and now the Rainmaker. 1, 2. Oh, and he kicks out yet again. The Rainmaker not going to put away the American Dragon just yet, but now an elbow from the sky right into the heart of the American Dragon. He's going to pick him up and hit another Rainmaker. 2, 3, and Okada has slain the Dragon. But can we just talk a little bit about that screw job from the referee with a delayed count? Kazuchika Okada surviving Danielson here and advancing to the next round, the finals of the King's Crown Championship tournament, where he will either face Kenny Omega or Will Ospreay, with that match coming up later tonight. But we have to move on. It is our second match, our semi-final match, and it will be the Queen's Crown Championship Tournament semi-finals between Deonna Purrazzo and Hikaru Shida.
Fight.
The bell has rung, and we are back into it here, starting off with an arm wringer from both women, but this time the takedown from Deonna Purrazzo. And when you look at both of these women here, only one thing really comes to mind. It's who is the better wrestler. Truly, I believe it might be Deonna here, as she is a more well-rounded wrestler. She's good at submissions, grabs, takedowns, you name it. She has it in her arsenal. As for Hikaru Shida, it's her striking ability that does the job for her. But we saw in the match that Deonna had with Momo Watanabe just how much striking does not matter to Deonna. She completely dismantled her to the point where she made her lose that match. And now she's in this semifinals, and for good reason. She can be seen as an absolute threat. Both women still, however, looking pretty even so far, but you can see Deonna's already going for the arms, which is probably the best idea for Hikaru, as she is trying her best to hit some strikes, but they just don't seem to have much impact. Now onto the neck with that headlock. Takedown, however, by Hikaru. She's going to get into that back mount and now lock in the elevated single leg Boston Crab. Trying to do some submissions of her own here, but look at the athleticism again by Deonna Purrazzo, just able to lock her down. Both women now staring down each other as they begin to land some more strikes here. In this situation, it should be Hikaru winning this match because of it, but it looks like Deonna actually overpowering Hikaru with the vicious strike. Going for another suplex. It is reversed by Deonna. She's just going to start hitting more chops, but this time Hikaru with a suplex, trying to build some kind of offense. Another solid takedown there by Hikaru as she gets into that back mount again. But this time Deonna scouting it, rolling through with the ankle lock. And now she's attacking those legs. She notices the kicks seem to be the most lethal part of Hikaru's arsenals. Now she's going to try and break that down. Hikaru needs to switch up the strategy. Try something different. And now into the corner. Hikaru's got some time to breathe. Puts her over, but no, again, a reversal into the collar lock. And she seems to have Hikaru scouted here. Every time she tries to do something, it is immediately reversed. Back into the takedown again. Roll through by Deonna. And again, caught in the ankle lock. Now into the center of the ring. Hikaru escapes. And immediately starts going for arms. She's mixing up the offense here. Going for arms and the legs now. Yet another takedown. I just don't think this is a good idea with the way that Deonna's been moving around here. Ooh, clever scout there, but Deonna now showing a little bit more of that technical prowess that she has over Shida. Shida needs to power through here. The strategy going into this match should be to break Deonna down. Use stiff strikes, hard kicks, big elbows, whatever you have to do. Because as soon as Deonna gets you on the ground or gets you in a hold, it just might be the end of the match. And now look at that arm drag. Hikaru now going to work. Big roundhouse kick. And if she can land a couple more of those, we might be seeing her in the finals. Goes over. And another arm drag into the handspring into a drop kick. Just goes to show you just how athletic Deonna can be. But Hikaru still on the attack, still being aggressive. That's exactly what you have to do. But Deonna has been scouting any attempts she has on the ground game. Caught in the ankle lock yet again. And you can tell that the leg is starting to take some damage. Every kick, every enziguri seems to shoot pain right to her. But the knee to the skull as she lands, lining her up for the violet shooting right into the center of the ring for a 2 count. May have seen a new contender here for the finals, but it's not going to work. Deonna, though, enziguri hooks the leg. Only a 1 count. And Hikaru, again, has to keep the aggression going. She cannot stop. And there's a GTS from Hikaru. And now to the back of the head. The driving knee. Is she going to go to the finals here? No, Deonna escaping again from the clutches of death. And now huge drop kick from Deonna. Hikaru is still maintaining the offense, but the roll-up, however, only a 1 count. And another big roundhouse to the jaw, completely stunning her. And now they get back up again as they start to throw the strikes once more. Vicious combinations by Deonna Purrazzo, showing just how much of a striker she can be, going up against Hikaru Shida. However, Hikaru, big move there. But the roll-up, could this do it? 2. Only 2. Still in this, and the stun. All that energy she had to use from that kick out, draining her of the energy she needed. Hikaru now on the attack, but again, caught in the trap. Deonna ankle locking again. But she escapes. No dice again. Going back with a ripcord knee and a spinning roundhouse to the back of her skull and an enziguri as well. How is she not knocked out completely? Big forearm. Here we go. Hikaru now. Wait a minute. I thought Deonna may have been thinking about doing something there, but looks like she was just catching her breath. Hikaru now outside the ring. And you can tell those strikes have been doing a lot of damage to Hikaru. She's been hit with a lot of elbows, headbutts, you name it. Thrown into the corner. Hikaru full head of steam. And she goes right into the boot of Deonna Purrazzo. And an enziguri right to the ear. That's going to leave your ear ringing for quite a while. Arm drag, though. Gets down to it, trying to hook the arm bar in now. Trying to make her tap out. She's holding on. Deonna, though, gets over into the Fujiwara arm bar. But Hikaru escapes, but you know that damage to the arm has already done some detrimental damage to her, and she's going for the 3 amigos, 3 suplexes. Deonna non-stop here with the aggression, and she answers back with a second go to sleep, and now hits her in the back of the head with the knee. Could this do it? Is this going to seal the deal? 2.5. No, not even 2.9 on that kick out. Hikaru already going back to work. Roundhouse kicks after the combination. Rolls her up. Super kick to the gut. And again, Deonna, out of desperation perhaps, or maybe even just some smart thinking, throws Hikaru outside the ring, and now it ends Enziguri again. Oh my God! Aggressive lariat there, and Hikaru's right back in the ring. No time for lollygagging. She's back in it. Nice little head scissors takedown there by Deonna Purrazzo. She's going to throw her into the corner and a double down. Hikaru's up first. This is her chance to make something happen. Picks her up. Falcon Arrow. 1, 2. Not enough. Goes over. Roll up. Into the kick again. Into the abdomen. Took the wind right out of her and another double down.
2, 3, 4, 5,
a lot riding on this match. Both women putting everything on the line here. This is a chance to become an inaugural champion. This is the chance that they needed to win gold. A win here will cement their legacy as they reach the finals of the Queen's Crown Championship, and both women throwing everything they have. Maybe thinking GTS, the roll up, however, by Deonna. She's going for it. Just a 2 count. These women are throwing bombs at each other here, not letting up. Wait a minute. Hikaru with the big slam, a dead eye. Not gonna do it though. Another Enziguri to the back of her head. All the punishment that they have taken. The takedown throws her over. Fujiwara catches the other arm, and now in a double Fujiwara armbar, and Deonna Purrazzo. Though many may have doubted her, she is now heading to the finals of the Queen's Crown Championship by defeating who I may consider a fan favorite in this match. What a match, what a fight. And whoever wins between Giulia and Asuka, they better hope to God that they have what it takes to defeat Deonna, because she has been on an absolute roll. But let us head on to the third match of the night, an Iron Fist Tournament Championship semifinal between two dominating forces, Buddy Matthews and Zack Sabre Jr. And here he comes, Buddy Matthews, who put on a dominant performance against Katsuyori Shibata a few weeks back, has now come back to Stronggate to reclaim his dominance as he goes one-on-one with another dominant force here in Zack Sabre Jr., who absolutely beat down his opponent as well, Kyle O'Reilly, in a hellacious technical masterpiece. But again, another clash of ideals. Of course, Zack Sabre Jr. known for his submissions and technical prowess in that ring, whereas Buddy Matthews is one of the best strikers in the business, which you could have said about Kyle O'Reilly as well, up until Zack Sabre Jr. had beat him. So perhaps history may repeat itself in this match as we begin red hot, both men trying to vie for position in the corner. And here he goes, immediately attacking the arm, but this time Buddy Matthews with the reversal, grabbing him in a hold as well. And look at these Kawada kicks to the dome of Zack Sabre Jr., and that's going to be the gist of this match for Buddy Matthews. He's going to try and strike him down, but that does not mean he has some technical prowess of his own. He has done a lot of ground mat work as well, so these two may be more even than some may imagine. But I think when it comes to that technical prowess, I think Zack Sabre Jr. still holds himself in that high regard. The escapes, the holds, the submissions, and everything in between just puts him on an upper echelon that many cannot reach, but perhaps Buddy Matthews is looking to break that down here. Huge European uppercuts by the front man. Misses the European, and now it's time for Buddy Matthews to strike, but Zack with the scout, he's going to lock in that arm hold, working the wrist, working the elbows, the joint manipulation. That's what Zack Sabre Jr. excels at here, and of course, Buddy Matthews loves using his elbows, his knees, those same exact joints that Zack Sabre Jr. is currently working on. So the plan here is to just outlast him, try to hold out long enough, and maybe even hurt and break him in the process as the strikes are going. But again, He's overpowering him with these strikes. The kicks now coming in, and a double arm breaker to Buddy Matthews. And he is just going to work at dismantling Matthews. If I was Buddy, I'd have to try and make something happen here. He needs to be more aggressive. Wait a minute, quick turnaround there. Almost too quick for the human eye to see. As he manages to get into that arm hold. And now, look at this. Both vying for position in the back switch. But nothing to it. And right back into that arm hold. He's going to get into the position now. Holding the arm. Swapping it up. Big pin. Not enough. Not even a 2 count. They still got some fight left in them, folks. Explodes out the corner with the Kawada kicks to the face. Goes behind, and Zack Sabre Jr. with the reversal. Locking in a sleeper and locking the arms as well. Essentially trapping him in the submission. And that's that submission expertise that Zack Sabre Jr. has shown in this tournament so far. But if there's one thing you cannot discredit, there's one thing you cannot talk down upon, it's Buddy Matthews' ability to escape the clutches of hell and come back stronger than ever. As we saw in his fight with Katsuyori Shibata, he went to war with that man and ended up having to put him down with a powerbomb in the corner and a vicious stomp to boot. This match will surely be about the same level of intensity that we've seen from Buddy Matthews in the past. He just needs to enter that zone. And right now, Zack Sabre Jr. has been locking him out. But that can change in the blink of an eye. He just needs an advantage. But Zack Sabre Jr., big boot, hooks in the arm hold again. And we've seen this kind of work before. In the match with Kyle O'Reilly, it was those same exact moves that we've seen that put Kyle O'Reilly away. But we're about to see the difference between both men here. Oh, and look at this. Running back and forth across the ring, luring Zack Sabre Jr. back in with a bicycle kick, and now the jackhammer. 1, 2, and wow. I mean, a very bold strategy there by Buddy Matthews to essentially waste his stamina to lure him in for a vicious combination there. But now he needs to use that to his advantage. He needs to find something, dig down deep. And going up top, he slips through Cheeky Nando's with the power bomb off the corner, 2, and again just a 2 count there. A lot of high octane moves coming from Buddy Matthews, but again, Zack Sabre Jr. immediately getting back up and working the arms and legs. You can see the fatigue beginning to set in on Buddy Matthews. He just seemed to use a lot in that gamble. And now back into the pin. 2. It's only a 2 count. Nothing to it. And now locking in another submission. And again, with the Iron Fist rules, there is no rope breaks. There is no disqualifications. This is a fight to the death. Only one man can walk out of this alive. And it looks like these two are going to start swinging. Big boot. Zack Sabre's back up, though. Huge roaring elbow. Goes off the ropes again. Fatigue setting in. Pop-up knee, and he's just a little bit too tired. But he's pushing through, and he bumps into the referee. But that's not going to stop him. The gut check by Buddy Matthews. Fatigue settling in. He's going to go off the ropes. Bicycle kick. Even though he's hunched over, even though he's used up so much energy in this match, he's still putting out all the stops against Zack Sabre Jr. He's going to pick him up. Now running off the ropes, full head of steam with a bicycle knee right to the back of his skull. And he's going to throw him into the ropes again. Pop-up knee. Oh my lord, another bicycle knee to Zack Sabre Jr. And he's just back up to his feet as if nothing happened. All that work, all that punishment, and Zack is still up. Off the ropes again, now a knee to the midsection. And I think he has to take a knee as well. Kneeling, trying to catch his breath. German suplex. Now we're seeing some momentum here. Big power bomb with the Kami Goye to the face. And he's not done yet. Off the ropes again, another bicycle knee. And he is unrelenting with these strikes. He is continuing the assault, but Zack Sabre Jr. going after the arm. Another kick to the arm. Trying his best here to hold out. And now the European uppercuts by Zack again. He's been hitting the chin pretty hard. He's been hitting the arms, going off the ropes. Now into the guillotine choke. And it's locked in deep.
Give up? Give up?
Is this going to be it? He manages to fall down using his weight to put Zack Sabre down, letting go of that guillotine. That could have been the end of the match if it wasn't for that. Buddy Matthews, however, still holding on. Into the corner now. Reversal by Zack Sabre. He's going up. He slips through again. The cheeky Nando's. And now another sit down power bomb. And Buddy Matthews has survived yet again. And we just talked about this, where he gets into that mode, that zone, and he turns on a light within him. And he snuffs out Zack Sabre Jr. with a victory over him in this one. He will advance to the finals, where he will go one-on-one with the winner of our next match. It will be Daniel Garcia versus Ijla Dragunov. Folks, the night has only just begun. Halfway through the show, we have another Iron Fist semifinal to determine who will go on for that inaugural Iron Fist Championship match. We already have seen Buddy Matthews. The winner of this match will go on to face him at the next show. We have the Dragon Slayer, Red Death himself, Daniel Garcia, taking on the Mad Dragon, the Czar, Unbesiegbar, Ijla Dragunov. Now these two have come a long way in this tournament. Daniel Garcia overpowering Josh Alexander, the underdog of this tournament, and Ijla Dragunov, another dominant striker, as he has defeated the indomitable Chris Hero in their matchup. And now these two go right to work. Now Daniel Garcia has a little bit of technical prowess. He has used it in the past. He's a submission specialist at heart with a New Yorker's brawling style. That is just how he lives. And Ijla Dragunov, a man who's been raised in the art of destruction. He lives to break men's souls down to the atom. This will be a test of Daniel Garcia's will and resolve. A perfect test for someone worthy of the Iron Fist Championship. But Dragunov looks to end him here. The Dragon Slayer against the Mad Dragon. What possibly could be better? Ijla, though, already on the attack. He's been hitting it with a lot of stiff strikes. He hasn't been reeling, though. Daniel Garcia holding his own, and he's been just trying to take him down, wear him down. Now in the arm wringer. He's going to let go, but he's going to start reeling with some chops. Into the collar block. In the middle of the ring. No dice. But immediately goes for the leg. And that's that quickness that Daniel Garcia has. He is explosive when he gets into that ring. And he needs to keep the aggression going, because Ijla is going to match him with that same aggression. So he needs to be wary of that. Ijla has some of the stiffest moves I've ever seen. Torpedo Moscow, the H-bomb, to name a few. And now he's stomping a mud hole in him. Daniel Garcia needs to keep this kind of level of intensity up if he wants to best the Mad Dragon here. Stiff forearms. And now they begin to exchange blows. This could be the ultimate test of wills between these men. This is something that they thrive in. The back and forth. Going up top now. And a huge knee, but it's reversed. He gets out of the way, and you know a lot of pain just shot into the knee of Ijla Dragunov. And that's going to help him in the later run for Daniel Garcia if he ever wants to hit that Red Death, the Dragon Tamer.
It's gone.
And he steps right on his face. Perhaps a show of disrespect, or maybe just a way to ignite the fire within Garcia. Big knee to the midsection. Now going to work. Throws him under the ropes, but Ijla chasing after him. Takedown, gets on top. Now works the leg. Elevated single leg Boston Crab locked in. But Ijla escapes. Throws him into the corner. Ijla now with a Death Valley driver into the corner, followed by a deadlift German. And this is that explosiveness that we have seen from Ijla in the past. Something that Chris Hero was not prepared for. And maybe something that Daniel Garcia was not prepared for. But he needs to lock in if he wants to go to that finals. It is right there. The opportunity of a lifetime. to be known as one of the best pure wrestlers in the business. Daniel Garcia now in the corner, working the triple neck breakers. Doing his due diligence. And Ijla answering back with a suplex. Big forearm again. But again, Daniel Garcia unrelenting with this neck breaker offense, going after the head and neck. And now locking in that surfboard stretch and stomping on the back of his knees. And we just talked about how that knee was affected from that knee drop earlier in this match. And again, he's just going after it. Jackknife. 1, 2. Not enough. Ijla escapes, but he hits him with an explosive waist lock suplex. Going off the ropes now. Big boot connecting. Daniel's back up though. And a drop kick right to that same knee as he locks in the ankle lock. And now I think he's found that weak point. He noticed how badly he was limping after that knee drop, and he has been targeting the leg ever since. Smart move by Daniel Garcia, but Ijla looking to answer back. Golly, pump kick into the enziguri. That's going to knock some teeth loose. Ijla looking to break Daniel Garcia here tonight, and he is doing a damn good job at that. Huge chops coming across the chest and a spinning one at that, and the H-bomb from the top, and Daniel's up. Daniel's up from the H-bomb. He took it right on the chin, and he is back up. Headbutt and some more chops. Again, those strikes coming through hard. This is just unrelenting here. He is getting beat down. Ijla now locked in. And Daniel Garcia seems to be holding his own. He trips him up. Ankle lock now.
Give up.
And in the match like this, there is not many rope breaks. There's not much of a DQ here. So these two are just going to keep going until they cannot anymore. Nothing is going to stop them from winning here. Huge elbows flying across here from both men. A little shake, a little rattle, a little roll. And it doesn't even matter. Ijla with an explosive lariat. Going back, German again. Oh my God, he's thrashing him around like a rag doll. But Daniel's up again. DDT, working that leg again. More chops. And the bulldog.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Exhaustion beginning to set in. Big knee to that midsection. I mean, I'm absolutely speechless. These two have been going to war with each other tonight, trying to break the other down in the best way they can. Huge suplex, and Ijla has spilled out of the ring. This will give DG a chance to get some breath back in his lungs, at least for the time being. Working the midsection, locking in the sleeper, looking for the PK. Shout out to Katsuyori Shibata, I suppose. Into the jackknife. 1, 2. Not enough. And Ijla going for maybe a pile driver, a power bomb, something. Daniel, though, is fired up. He's stomping away. Huge chops again. But he's answering back. The chops coming across the chest. The welts beginning to form on Daniel Garcia. And as much as Ijla screams in his face, Garcia with a stoic composure as he is still going in this matchup. Maybe Ijla's trying to unlock something in Garcia to get him ready, perhaps. Get him ready for a fight of his life. As if this is not already. DG, however, pulling out the big guns with a pile driver. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. And it's not enough to put the Mad Dragon down. He's throwing him in the corner. Not again. Death Valley driver into that corner. But this time, oh, not even a kick out. He's going to get right back up with an H-bomb. But somehow, DG is still fighting. He has now taken 2 of those H-bombs. Vicious strikes. And speaking of which, big moves by Daniel Garcia. And there's the dance. You know what time it is. I guess it's time for him to get his ass beat. Backslide, though. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. And more slaps are coming through. Daniel Garcia, oh no. He just collided with that ring post head on. And that's going to stun him for sure. This might give Ijla a chance to come back here. He's going to pick him up. No, wait a minute. Reversal again. Daniel Garcia keeping on that unrelenting force as he's not again. A third one. The pain must be shooting through his spine and neck. That's a third Death Valley driver into the corner. And now these two are beginning to fight again. In a seemingly endless battle of will and resolve, Daniel Garcia dances in the face of adversity. But will it be enough to put away the Tsar here? Huge German Unbesiegt bar. The move that took out Chris Hero. Torpedo Moscow connecting on the chin. 2. And Daniel has kicked out. The crowd is on their feet. Even Ijla is stunned at this showcase of will by Daniel Garcia. The German's now flying across. He is thrashing him right now. What more can Garcia take before he finally breaks? Garcia now going up top. The reversal. DDT off the top. On the head. He's hooking the leg. 2, 3. Oh my God. Garcia moving on to the finals of the Iron Fist tournament to face off against Buddy Matthews. What a showcase, an underdog performance to say the least. What more can I say about that match? An incredible match by both men. And now we move on. Co-main event of the night. It'll be Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay, with the chance to become Stronggate's first ever King's Crown champion. This match will determine who will face Kazuchika Okada for that prestigious title, and I cannot wait for this one. And we are already deep diving into the action with Will Ospreay already in the ring, raring to go against one of his greatest rivals so far, Kenny Omega, the best bout machine. Kenny Omega, of course, defeating Claudio Castagnoli to move on, with Will Ospreay defeating the phenomenal AJ Styles. Now these two men will finally meet in Stronggate here. Two very big fan favorites. And of course, a lot of history between these two, and a lot of history with their otherwise opponent in the finals, Kazuchika Okada. So both men with a lot riding on this one. A chance to become Stronggate's first ever King's Crown champion. Definitely a matchup that I've always looked forward to since the beginning of this company's creation. And now these two already becoming very acquainted with one another with these elbow strikes and holds, trying to get a feeling out for the other. And look at that, just wrenching that neck for an extended period of time. And of course, the gist of this match, if it really boils down to who really is the better man. I've never seen two wrestlers who have been more even in terms of wrestling ability, in terms of technical ability, and striking ability like these two. Some may say that one is better than the other, but honestly, I think they stand on equal footing. They are at the same level. And this right here is the pinnacle of talent. You are looking at two men who have done it all. Tag team titles, world titles, singles titles all across the globe. And now they meet here. And that just goes to show you what kind of roster we've been building up in Stronggate Professional Wrestling since the very first episode just a few weeks ago. And now coming up on the horizon is our 5th episode, a finals tournament showdown. All champions will be crowned at the next show, I promise you that. And look at the quickness there by both Kenny and Will, just almost too fast for the eye to see. And that just goes to show you just how quick they are to one another. They just adjust so quickly. And now these knees to the midsection. And with this tenure in their career, they have sustained a lot of injuries. You know, back injuries, neck injuries, leg injuries, whatever you want to call them. They have been hurt in the midst of battle. And so these two are definitely going to try and target those areas of weakness. Catches the Hurricane Rana into a powerbomb, but it's not even a 1 count. An incredible showcase of fortitude in this match. Neither man finding an opening just yet. both trying to figure it out as they go on. Not letting up in this match at all. High speed, high octane. That is the kind of action we expect to see here at Stronggate. Just another showcase of professional wrestling at its core. Kenny Omega now going off the ropes. Huge move off the top. And Kenny Omega already pushing all cylinders with a huge tope over the rope.
10, 11, 12.
Referee already at 13. We might be seeing a double count out here, but Will going to climb back in. So is Kenny. And they're both back in before the 20 count. Kenny, though, double axe handle to the body. And, you know, unlike the matches we've seen in the past where it's a technical masterpiece or an all-out brawl, this is going to be one of the most well-rounded matches we've seen so far tonight. Big spinning backbreaker by Will as he picks him back up. Reversal, though. And a spinning crescent kick to the face from behind by Kenny Omega. And that's just what we were just talking about a little bit ago. That striking prowess by both men. The technical agility is just another feat that they have to show in this match. There's the backflip kick. And now a roaring elbow. I think he was trying to bait him into the Os cutter, but nothing came to show for it. And now these two exchanging blows again. Kenny, Will colliding in the ring. They go off again. This time the front flip DDT. And we've seen that move quite a bit in his match against AJ Styles. And put the nail in the coffin on AJ's run in the tournament. But Kenny seems to not be going down without a fight. He is still surviving. Now, a lot of people may wonder about Kenny's eligibility in this match. Of course, he's one of the toughest people to face off, but I think Will Ospreay's coming to the test. Sasuke special from the top, hidden blade on the floor, and he's going to work.
9, 10.
Will Ospreay doing what he does best, and that's beat the living shit out of Kenny Omega.
15.
And he goes back in the ring. Kenny stunned. Is this going to be a close count? Oh, he makes it at 19. Now, a lot of people may be wondering what that could be about.
2.
Will Ospreay letting a count-out victory get over with Kenny Omega would definitely upset a lot of people. I think a lot of doubt would enter his mind if that was the case. And there's a hidden blade, but he's back up. And now these two are beginning to blow for blow again. Bag for bag. They are not stopping. Will Ospreay with the question mark kick. Or was that the Brazilian kick? It doesn't matter. Hidden blade to the back of the head again. That's the third hidden blade he's hit in this match. And now Will Ospreay going out again with that front flip DDT. Is he going to pin him? He has not pinned Kenny yet. He is not trying to pin Kenny yet. I think a personal vendetta seems to be forming in the mind of Will Ospreay that he wants to beat down Kenny. And Kenny needs to use that to his advantage. Oh my God! He just dropped him on his head like a tiger driver, and he escapes with the 2 count. And now Will Ospreay from one side of the ring to the other, another front flip DDT. He is spamming moves like crazy. Speaking of which, hidden blade, and Kenny's up. Kenny's back up, V-trigger. No shot, he does another one. V-trigger. Oh no, ring the bell already. 1 winged angel, 2. And Will has just kicked out of the 1 winged angel, and he's firing everything at Kenny. Big elbow. Up top now, huge drop kick to the back of the head. And now, could this be the V-trigger attack again? He's going to pick him back up. And a second 1 winged angel, and he kicks out again. No shot. Will Ospreay just kicked out of 2 1 winged angels. V-trigger to the back of the head. The concussion this man is going to receive in the morning, the hangover feeling he's going to have at the end of this match is going to be incredible. Big power bomb, nothing to it. Not even a damn 1 count. Now they're no selling. Great.
1, 2,
Referee
3,
counting.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
We almost just saw a 10 count knockout victory, and they're still going. V-trigger by Kenny again. He's telling Will to get up and start fighting back, and he sure as hell is going to fight back. Tiger Driver! The move that took out AJ Styles, and it's not going to be enough. Kenny picks him back up, elbow right to the back of his head. He's going to go behind. Backslide into another V-trigger right on the chin. It hits its target again. Enziguri. And the referee hitting a shuffle across the camera. And again he goes across the camera. Wait a minute, Kenny Omega! Powerbomb! Flip him over! V-trigger! And look, Will is already holding that neck. He's taken a lot of punishment from these V-triggers. He's just going to take a little bit more. V-trigger again. V-trigger. How many V-triggers is he going to start spamming here? Dragon. Off the ropes now, full head of steam. Another V-trigger.
20 minutes gone.
Will has gone through the ringer. A V-trigger like this, especially after, what, 9, 10 of them? You've got to have no teeth left in your mouth. Tiger Driver! He's back up. Even Will Ospreay's scared. There's no way. He just hit a Tiger Driver and he just got back up like nothing. Alpamare water slide. He's going to go into the corner. What's he thinking? Was that a V-trigger by Will Ospreay? V-trigger! Tiger Driver! He's back up! Tiger Driver! Kenny Omega! 1, 2, got him! Will Ospreay has been defeated by the best bout machine. What the fuck kind of indie bullshit did I just witness? Kenny Omega winning with a Tiger Driver after no-selling a Tiger Driver. I am absolutely speechless, ladies and gentlemen. That is the type of stuff that you would see from the best bout machine. But it is what it is. It will be Kenny Omega and Kazuchika Okada for the King's Crown Championship. And perhaps it was fate that brought them together. But only one will stand tall. But if you thought that was the end of the show, we still have one more match left in the chamber. It is your main event of the night. As it is the beautiful madness that is Giulia taking on the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka, in the semifinals for the Queen's Crown Championship Tournament. This is it, folks, the final match of the night. And with this match, we will see who will go on to face Deonna Purrazzo next week for that Queen's Crown Championship. A dominant performer, Asuka stepping into the ring with one of the biggest women's wrestlers of the modern era. Two legends stepping into the ring. Honestly, a dream match for a lot of people, as is most matches here in Stronggate. This is a match that I've been looking forward to ever since the possibility came to mind. And now, these two will face off here tonight. And immediately Asuka with a strike to Giulia, and she'll go right to that headlock, just wrenching that neck. Both women have a lot of history on their back, a lot of accolades coming with them to Stronggate Professional Wrestling. Of course, they have won championships all across the globe, and some even debuting here for the first time in America. A lot is riding on this match. A lot is riding on this tournament, if I should be honest, as is most of the tournaments that we've seen so far. And that just goes to show you the stakes that they are willing to go in these matches. Asuka, already a decorated performer, has won many championships in her day, and she has put on quite a performance, defeating a lot of top contenders here in Stronggate, such as Masha Slamovich, and of course Giulia coming from her win against Io Shirai. And now these two will meet here. You know, when you really look at it, these two definitely have similar backgrounds. I mean, both women utilize a lot of submission moves and high octane slams and strikes. But I think in terms of raw power, I'm going to have to give it to Giulia here. She is a stronger striker. She does do a lot of bigger slams, but that does not discredit Asuka's ability to tap you out. Once you are in the Asuka lock, most times it's an immediate tap. But the women that she's been facing in this tournament so far have shown some resilience. that I don't think Asuka has had in quite some time. Giulia already going for that cross arm breaker, but it's not going to work. Asuka's excelling in the ground game right now, doing her thing. Anytime a submission comes up, she is able to block it, stop it, reverse it, whatever she wants to it. That is what Asuka does. And Giulia has been doing a really good job at trying to adapt to that kind of defense. Whenever Asuka makes a counter, Giulia makes a counter. And you're seeing it right here. Full Nelson. Reversal, though. And you saw the quickness there by both women. The transitions between those holds were almost too seamless to see. And now those kicks flying again to the chest. And there goes the strikes. But again, Giulia just breaking down Asuka, slowing the pace down, which might be the move here. Working the joints, trying to slow it down. That's exactly what you want against someone like Asuka. She loves playing the long game, but if you can wear her down before any of that starts to happen, you might have a chance of winning this match. Asuka, though, throwing Giulia outside of the ring. But she comes back in, ready to fight some more, and immediately gets kicked into the face with a buzzsaw kick. And it was almost a 3. We almost just saw the quickest match of the night here. Absolutely incredible amount of matches tonight. We've seen a lot of upsets, a lot of big moments, and this match will be nothing short of that. Ankle lock into a huge German suplex. Again, there is that manipulation of the body that Asuka has done so well in this match. The ankle lock, German connecting again, but Giulia back up to her feet and throwing some bows. Asuka now. Hip attack into the corner, and now a vicious combination of strikes from one of the best female strikers in the industry. Asuka taking down Giulia here. And almost mocking her with that laugh, and spits the poison mist right into the eyes. Now, if you were in a different Fed, we might call that a disqualification, but here, this is what you gotta do to survive. She is fighting with everything she's got in her arsenal. Big slap to the face. But I don't think she was able to see where she was landing that drop kick, because now she's stuck in that guillotine choke again. And Asuka is laughing as she's wrenching the neck. The absolute psychopath that she is. Knocking her down. Giulia, though, on the attack. Back and forth contest here. Big slaps. And now it's time to strike. But Giulia inviting the opportunity, and she gets absolutely slapped. Heard that one in the nosebleeds. Giulia, though, back on the attack. Even after getting stunned. Now into a triangle choke. And it's not going to be enough. Giulia still keeping it going. And now going off the ropes, thinking maybe the G trigger, and she connects. Bullseye on the mark. Giulia may be thinking of putting an end to this match, but she did not go for a pin or anything. Maybe because she thought that there was still more work to be done, or maybe she just wants to inflict some more pain. Who's to say? I mean, this is the semi-finals here. This is an opportunity to become a champion. And is Asuka laughing as she was getting beat? That is a show of disrespect I have never seen. Asuka is a different being. When they say you're not ready for Asuka, I think they mean that literally. Shining wizard to the back of the head, and Giulia's back up. Trips the leg, but now, oh, wait a minute, the Hell's Gate being connected. But it won't work. No rope break. No tap. And now both women throwing shots. Headbutt. Going off the rope, but she bumps into the referee. I think she might have been thinking of that G trigger, but the referee getting in the way. Headbutt. Going off the rope. Big boot. Is Giulia calling for it? Again, she just does not try to pin her. She's pandering to the crowd. I don't think that's a good idea. Oh my God. T-bone suplex, and now Giulia putting on some offense here. Elbows are flying to Asuka's face, and she's getting absolutely wrecked right now. Hatch suplex. 1, 2, and we almost had a 3 count after all of those strikes. But Asuka, the superhuman that she is still surviving. Ooh, that would have been quick. Quick turnaround. Asuka, though, back into the ankle pick Germans. And they're a little slow getting up, and the referee notices. He's going to start counting.
3, 4, 5.
Both women back up to their feet, though. Giulia coming up a little bit slowly. I'm surprised the referee did not decide to continue his count there. Definitely should have been counting a little bit longer, but I guess it is what it is. He just wants to see the fight just as much as I do. German suplex. And now again, that backhand sending her reeling. But now they enter another strike exchange as these two just seem to have unrelenting will. And she gets back up and hits her with a slap of her own right to the chin. Asuka, though, back up, and it looks like that poison mist has now ran off of the face of Giulia. So perhaps she's got her vision back, if ever so slightly. And Asuka now reaming back those kicks, just putting her down with everything she's got. Those kicks are lethal, especially later on in this match, where the toll on your stamina begins to wear you down. And now locking in that guillotine choke, laughing all the way to the bank and catching her with the roll through. And now look at this quickness coming from both women, not trying to get any position on the other. And now they're both back to standing off the ropes. What could Giulia be thinking? Into the bear hug, squeezing the life out of Asuka, and a big belly-to-belly suplex. But Asuka's still fighting, that fighting spirit igniting within her. This match has awakened something in her. Big Falcon Arrow to the mat, and it's only a 2 count. Behind again, the takedown, counters into the guard, locking in that triangle choke, the quickness beginning to show.
20 minutes gone.
We have not seen the Stealth Viper at all in this tournament. Oh my goodness, the code breaker. And look at this. That is the laugh of someone who is confident. That is the laugh of arrogance. In a state of this matchup that they are in, to laugh at your opponent in their face shows nothing but disrespect and vitriol to your opponent. Another code breaker. Knees to the skull. But it's not going to do it. Falcon Arrow. Giulia hooking the leg. Is this going to put her away? Not enough. Another 2.5. And Giulia's gone into desperation mode. She's beginning to throw strikes like crazy. And Asuka answering back with strikes of her own. She's going to go off the ropes again. Hip attack to the back. Catches the leg though. This time in the heel lock. Looking for a tap, but nothing to it. And there's another kick to that midsection. She's been working the midsection all match. Now back into that guillotine, trying to choke her out. And we know what's going to happen here. Roll through, catches her now into the cross arm breaker. Not going to work. Giulia escaping. Slide through. Takedown. She's oh my goodness, they are cooking right now. Cross arm breaker from Giulia. But she escapes it. Oh my lord, the kick to the back of her head now. And you know she must be dazed. This match already doing so much to her. And these kicks from Asuka are just unrelenting. Smart move by Giulia to throw her out of the ring. Catch your breath, gain some momentum back or something. Formulate a game plan. Put her down on the mat with a Falcon Arrow. 1, 2. Another 2 count. I'm absolutely speechless at the level of fortitude that these women have in this match. Deonna Purrazzo better be watching this match closely, because one of these women are going after her next week. And I would try and train as much as humanly possible, because I don't think she's going to be ready for this one. German suplex. But the trip up. And again, Asuka just laughing in her face as she locks the ankle lock. Wait a minute, picks her back up off the ground with a German suplex. And now the buzzsaw. Shout out to Jiri. Asuka now with a springboard drop kick, taking everything out the bag. Goes behind, locks in the Asuka lock. And Giulia has finally succumbed to Asuka. Deonna, I only have one question for you. Are you ready for Asuka? Because she is now punched her ticket into the finals and will take her on one-on-one for the Queen's Crown Championship. And ladies and gentlemen, that will be the end of tonight's show. I'd like to thank everyone for coming through, watching, supporting the show as best as you can. We're now almost 5 episodes in. We're finally going to be crowning champions next week, so do not miss it. Thank you all again for coming. Please like and subscribe for more Stronggate Professional Wrestling. and I will see you all at the next episode. Peace.